make sure my mouse couldn't escape so I could stream. And we're live! Hiya! Or good evening!
どちらでもいいんですよ。出るかな
The game shall boot. ゲームも始まります。Hello, everybody! ニューゲームを始まります。
スカイリムにおいての初コラボ始まるよ。始まるよ。なんちゃって。
お
始まるよ。スカイリムアップデート。はい、スカイリムアップデート。新登場のベスラゲームスタジオスクリエーションメニューでは改良されたレイアウトでコミュニティモードとクリエーションクラブの両方がお楽しみいただけます。さらに、初任クリエイタープログラムと新しい公式リリースコンテンツ、厳選されたコミュニティコンテンツも公開されます。詳細はベスセダ、なんていうのこれ。ベセスダ
は
Bethesda.net の記事からご確認ください。
始まりましょう。
始まるよ。
Let's
さ
start!
あ、セリさんからの自己紹介をお願いいたします。
欲しい。
You want to introduce? How do you run your streams? Do you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Well, we're live now. We've been live.
No, that's what I meant. Like when you start a stream, do you just like make your intro, or should I just introduce myself here?
Yeah, you can introduce yourself here.
Nani?
We can introduce ourselves here. Usually I just hop on and be like, hello, here I am, let's go.
Okay. まあ大丈夫だね。はい、というわけで、とりあえず日本人の視聴者たちがご参加になっている際は、ちょっと日本語で自己紹介でもしてみたいと思います。いつものことなんだけど。はい、お疲れ、カツカレー、カレーの中で自分の大好きなことによる楽しさを全世界に広めていきたいという超絶元気な日本人 YouTuber。その名もアメニキです。で、今回はちょっとテリーさんが実施している生配信なんだけど、旧京の方に出会った新しい友達となっているテリーさんの配信テリーさんとの初コラボ企画として日本語のテリーさんの日本語の勉強を手伝いながらスカイリームの生実況でもしてみたいと思いますので、テリーさんにおけるご支援のほどよろしくお願いいたします。
Hello, my name is Teddy. Me and my friend Ameniki are currently going to play through Skyrim. Specifically, I'm doing the playing because I am going to practice my Japanese.
Yes. And this is basically high school nostalgia for me right here.
My mom tried to get me to play this game when I was 5. Because she loved it that much and I was non-verbal. She thought it would make me speak.
俺だ。こんなの嘘だろ。こんなことあるわけない。お前はどこの村の出だ。トルボト。どうしてそんなことを？ロリクステッド。みんな死刑されるのね。
Oh. Oh no. It's lagging! there it goes. Uma is horse, right?
That's correct. 相変わらず日本語力めっちゃうま。馬なだけにめっちゃうま。I just made a horse pun.
Yeah. I didn't get it, but I'm sure it was funny.
So, Mechoma is like saying really good. Like Mechomai. It comes from the kanji. Yeah, it comes from the kanji joze. It comes from the kanji joze. Joze, and then add e at the end.
Josie.
Joze. By itself, it's joze, but if you add e, it's umai.
Josumai.
Joze, and then if you add the e at the end, it's umai.
Josuimai.
No, just joze by itself.
Jose.
If it's ue and te, then it's joze.
Jose.
Joze.
Jose.
So joze.
Jose.
Yosh.
Yay! Also, there's a comment that... Did I ever tell you about when I was playing Stupid Invaders?
I'm not sure if you have.
Because the comments are making a joke about it. So, when I was playing Stupid Invaders live on stream, there's the orange guy, his name is Bud, and my game kept crashing with him.
Oh, jeez.
So now there's a gag where it's like he has a body count due to how many times he has crashed the game or killed somebody.
Whoops.
And now somebody's saying Bud invaded the realm of Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Norudo. Hi, Elf.
So, Naruto.
Norudo.
頑張って。あら。殴ってるな。
ダークエルフ。
そう、ダークエルフ。
タシと。
あ、かわいい。
Yes, Stupid Invaders even. Well, technically that wasn't the real cause of my screen breaking, it was just funnier. The actual reason was my LCD was melting. Wood Elf.
So, Wood Elf.
Wood Elf. Imperial. Imperial.
So, Imperial. Imperial.
Argonian.
Argonian.
Oh, Ultra's here. They're asking how are we?
Oh my god. My friend on one of my Discord members was actually one of my old classmates from high school.
Ooh.
He and I would be when I moved. So
I think I've seen you two interact before.
Yeah, his name is Ragna.
Ah.
Yeah, Ryuzaki's a different person. I mean, he and I obviously gamed a lot in high school, and we were classmates in the same class. But what I mean is, like, there's also one other person too who he was actually one of the people responsible for helping make my channel in the first place so many years ago.
Nice.
He actually introduced me to Skyrim. And there was one clip just by noticing that I'm joining you for a collaboration for Skyrim. He immediately reminded me with a reference that we came across and could not stop laughing as it was going on.
Ooh, what is it?
Want to hear the story?
Yes, please. I'll try to figure out my character in the meantime.
So, one day, Ragna and I Ragnar was showing me some gameplay on a server when he came to the house we moved to over in the United States. And he was going around showing me different parts of the area.
Uh-huh.
And we saw one of the NPCs standing in front of a burning corpse. And like he was obviously burned to death. He was looking at the guy as if he either discovered him, like as if he either discovered him or maybe he was the person responsible for setting the guy on fire. And as soon as he talks to the person, guess what? As soon as Ragnar talks to the said person, guess what he says?
What did he say?
Try not to let anything on fire, all right?
Did he try?
The irony of that whole situation, as he's standing in front of a burning corpse.
Yes, it's...
Try not to let anything on fire, all right?
Also, thank you, Ultra. Thank you for liking my VTuber model.
Let's see if I can spot it on my end. Just have to go back and because of my internet, I do have to go back and forth between videos, but let's see. どれどれ、テディさんの生配信から検索して、いや、テディロイドじゃなくて、テディロイドじゃなくて、テディルーだぞ。
テディロイドはじゃない。
もっと親しみのある YouTuber テディルーさんのことを検索しようとしてんだぞ、おい。なんでテディロイドになっちゃうんだよ。Try not to let anything on fire, alright?
Try not to let anything on fire, alright?
いいか、勝手になんか燃やしてんじゃねえぞ。勝手になんか燃やしたりすんじゃねえぞ。That'd be the Japanese translation. Aha! Nice setup.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh my god, I have a British friend who absolutely loves Moana.
We love Moana over here as well.
Moana's a good movie. I don't blame you.
It's really good, yeah. Yeah, and Maui over here is actually played by a very famous kabuki art. Is actually played by a famous kabuki artist.
That makes a lot of sense because over here we have a wrestler.
Dwayne Johnson. We actually know of him. We know about Dwayne Johnson over here. Oh, there we go. There's what I'm looking for. Bud's Magazine of Doom.
Yes.
Hey, Ultra-san. Ultra-san. Nice to see you. Sorry it took me a while. Internet situation going on over here, so I'm just I have to go back and forth between.
Do you want me to just have it not stream through the Discord call and you could just look through my chat? That way my computer could save some fan space?
Honestly, you know what? Yeah, let's just do that.
Alright.
Trial and error. Shikosakugo.
Yes, trialing and erroring. That's always very fun.
Yeah, in Japanese we call that shikosakugo.
Shikosakugo?
Be careful when you say the first part.
Oh, what did I just say?
Shikosakugo.
Shiko.
Try that. I'm sorry. Just.
Oh no.
Say skull. Don't say skull. Say skull. Don't say skull. Say skull.
Skull.
Long vowel.
Shiko.
Okay. Shikosakugo.
Shikosakugo.
Shiko means something else.
Oh
and
no.
I'm not going to say what it is on stream.
Oh no.
It's 18 plus territory.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I know you're trying to get the pronunciation and everything. It's just my mind.
I know. I understand.
It's reminding me of Osomatsu. It's reminding me of Osomatsu with all their shimoneta, with all their inappropriate jokes. Oh my god. It's Shikosakugo.
Shosakugo.
Shikosakugo.
Shikosakugo.
So Shikosakugo.
Shikosakugo.
Oh, you said it again. Shikosakugo.
Shikosakugo.
Okay, better.
Trials and errors and a lot of errors.
Hang on, I'm gonna send you the text saying what the other word is.
Oh no. This is getting too fast.
This is just an episode of Osomatsu-san right here.
Yes.
There.
Oh no.
Intonation makes a huge difference in Japanese.
Skull.
Oi, 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 oi! So, skull. Shikosakugo.
Shikosakugo.
There you go. That is actually much better right there.
Shikosakugo.
Shikosakugo. Don't say skull. Don't say skull.
Don't say that one.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay. So basically, I learned the equivalent of an Earthworm Jim 2 magazine ad. Nice one.
Basically, I don't know what that is, but basically.
Okay, so 90s gaming ads in America were edgy. Like, very edgy. Like, they were so different from the Japanese ones.
Kind of like, are they kind of like the kind of like the looking at like the Beijing magazines that we would get at like convenience stores or kombini?
Yeah, kind of like that. Our edgy American jokes are stuff like the Mortal Kombat one. My favorite is just a picture of a dad and his son with the caption "domestic violence."
Oh.
Yeah, that's what
that sounds really dark.
That's what our ads are like.
Oh my god.
At least in the 90s. They got slightly better in the 2000s.
That is an interesting story. I'm gonna be real with you. なかなか興味深い話だな、90年代のアメリカの広告ってそういう感じだったのかなって今思っちゃったの。めっちゃ面白いんだけど。
I think we're ready to name our beautiful creation. What should we name her?
Try not to let anything on fire, alright?
Does that fit?
I'm kidding. 冗談。はい、冗談だよ、冗談。What shall we name the character? 何がいいかな今回のキャラクターなんて名前をつけておこうかな
名前は
僕の名前アメニキなんです。
I see the chat is providing good examples of our American ads from the 90s, such as Yoshi's Island having a man gorging himself.
What?
Yeah, that was our ad for Yoshi's Island. We just had like a man stuff himself up with food.
That sounds like it would be fitting for a commercial that would involve eating a bunch of stuff, like Kirby.
Yeah, but no. And also the dude exploded.
I mean, that sounds like something you would see in the Japanese media, but technically that sounds like something we would do over here, to be honest with you. But I'm not seeing the connection, though.
No.
Like,
Yoshi's
well,
Island
then again, actually, wait, no. Then again, you are eating people and turning them and basically turning them into eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, that I can kind of get.
But, like, they could have advertised that a little bit better. Like, I could understand if they went with, like, a mom holding a baby route or, like, a dad holding, like, a baby. They're, like, running past a bunch of obstacles.
Babble, 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 babble.
Let's see. Other great examples that we got included a magazine print ad for Rayman 3, where it's just all of these guys in the bathroom staring at Rayman in the urinal with the tagline being like, "This game has huge features."
Okay, I wouldn't say huge features if I were in the bathroom.
No.
Because that can mean so many other things.
Yep.
Oh!
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 Hirameta!
Hirumeta?
Hirameta! Hirameta! Hirameta!
Hira
That's a
Hira?
reference. That's a reference to. Okay, that's a reference to a 2007 Japanese. That's a reference to an old 2007 Japanese exercise program that I used to watch called Piramiki Taiso. It's basically it's an exercise. It's a channel program focused on exercising.
I've heard about that, where they like air it at 7 a.m.
Yeah, and technically it's like one of those more family fun sort of things.
Oh.
And like family fun and problem solving thing, like situational problem solving things. And the mascot is a red and purple, like a red and purple panda figure, like bear panda figure with a light bulb on top of his head.
Oh. So Pita
and it's had a pyramid in the background to show like the progress and everything. And it's a play on words on hirameki, which is an idea or a light bulb. And normally in Japanese we usually say hirameta.
Hirameta.
Or like hirameta. I just have an idea. But he said pirameta. And then the whole song and the verse would go pirameta, 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 pirameta.
So her name should be Pira?
No. I said that because I have an idea for a name.
Oh, what is it? Nani?
Vanga.
Vanga?
Vanga. I just typed it in the YouTube chat. Yeah, let's use this as a katakana practice.
Hi.
So, これから実施するのは、これからお見せしていただくのは、お見せするのが、テリーさんによるカタカナ入力の練習です。さあ、とくとくご覧ください。はい、ご覧ください。ご覧ください。
There's a problem. My keyboard won't let me type in katakana. It will only let me type in romaji. Even though I can't swap it. It won't let me swap it.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you have a Japanese keyboard installed on your computer?
Yes, I do. It's one where I type in the letters and then it just pops right in.
Okay, for that, what I do is I click, you know that button that's below escape with a squiggly line?
Yeah.
Click that and Alt at the same time, and you should be able to convert between keyboards.
I think that's the command console line. So, tab and Alt?
It's one below the escape button to the left of the one.
Squiggly line and then Alt.
Yes. Try that.
It keeps opening the Skyrim command menu.
I would go to...だとしたら、ゲーム、ちょっと一応ゲームから出て、カタカナ入力ができるまで、ちょっと一旦切り替えてみようかな。Maybe try going outside the game for a sec. Click on like somewhere outside on the window, like somewhere on your game window, and then try it. Komatta na, hontou ni komatta na ne. Komatta na, hontou ni komatta ne.
Katakana.
That's another piano. Yeah?
I did that, and then as soon as I went back to the game, it automatically switched back to Romaji.
どういうこと？どういうこと？
I don't... Maybe I could try copy and pasting the name?
Sure. So wait.
Vanga.
So Vanga.
Vanga.
今お使いしているのはどこ発売のソフトなのかな？どこ発売のソフトになってるのかな今。気になるな。So this is basically another Ameniki Taiso episode. Skyrim 大好きの。
I accidentally opened my Steam menu.
何？
I accidentally opened my Steam menu.
Whoops. Skyrim 大好きの全世界のみんな。Ameniki Taiso 始まるよ。
Does this work, Vanga?
で、今回はテリーさんとの日本語の授業、日本語の勉強を手伝いながらスカイリームの生実況をお届けする配信だ。しかし、なぜか日本語の、なぜか日本語入力がなぜかできないんだ。どうしたらいいんですか？困ったな。本当に困ったなね。
バンガ、私の名前。
私以外、私じゃないの。Wait, did you do it?
I did it. I just went with Romaji because I couldn't get the katakana to work.
What? So is it maybe the region settings or like what format is your game? Is it?
This is the Steam version, and I installed it with the Japanese language.
Oh, okay. All right. In that case, it should work.
Yeah. So I'm trying to wonder why, because I have the Japanese keyboard where I could flip it between Windows and space.
Yeah, but do you have it set up? Do you have it set up right now on your computer?
Yes. Just doesn't run Skyrim for some reason.
ちゃんと起動してて、ちゃんとキーボードもちゃんと起動してても、なぜかスカイリーム、ちょっとゲーム内の、ちょっとゲーム画面に映るとなぜか入力できなくなっちゃうんだ。なんでだろう。なんて言った？
Maybe it's because my keyboard is originally QWERTY, so it's like, oh, the game sees a QWERTY keyboard, we're gonna use the QWERTY keyboard.
Okay. 面白そう。
面白そう。
なかなか変な感じだけど、まあいいや。とりあえず名前のひらめきもできた。ヤッホー！ピラメーター、ピラメーター、ピラピラピラピラピラメーター。ピラメーター、ピラメーター、ピラピラピラピラピラメーター。はい、最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。今度のアメリキさんとテディさんがお届けするピラメキ体操、またご視聴してくださいね。
We're exercising because we're escaping from a dragon in about 5 minutes.
Oh my god. Well, don't let that situation go dragging you down. 俺はそっち流だからね。俺はそっち流だからね。ドラゴン系のギャグ。
ドラゴンだ。ドラゴン。
掴もうぜ。ドラゴンボール。
ドラゴンボール。
探そうぜ。ドラゴンボール。世界にと愉快な奇跡。この世はでかい宝島。どうした今こそアドベンチャー。なんつって。ああ、面白かった。
I'm gonna turn up the game audio because it's a little bit quiet. Audio,
So, audio がどうした? Oh, good. You know the best opening Dragon Ball ever had. So, 俺たちがさ、ドラゴンボールの歴史の中で一番公表されている方してるよね、俺たち。胸ワクワクの愛がぎっしり。色ととりとり、とさり、この世のどこかで光ってる。そいつ見つけに行こうぜボーイ。妖怪変幻ぶっ飛ばし。雲のマシンで今日も飛ぶのさ。Let's try まか不思議。空を駆け抜け山を越え。Let's try 大冒険。不思議な旅が始まるぜ。手に入れろドラゴンボール。世界にとするのに秘密。追いかけろドラゴンボール。世界に溶かしたドラマ。この世はでかい宝島。そうさ今こそアドベンチャー。
Try not to set anything on fire now. Yeah, we didn't set it on fire. The dragon did.
Try not to set anything on fire, alright? Say that to the burning corpse. If Ragnar were here, you would bloat that joke. No, he would bloat that joke out of the sky. Dragon Ball! Dragon Ball Heroes! 世界の仲間の立ち上がれ Fighting on Dragon Ball Heroes 全世界のチャレンジャー。いやーほんまに懐かしい思い出だな、ドラゴンボール。いやー杉山明さんが亡くなってなんか急に病気で亡くなってしまったことはもう残酷すぎることがあるよ。どうしたの？
どうした
の？何があった？何があった？どうしたの？
空気 Like sky?
空気？ん？
空気 Like
空気？ Where's might have to look at your screen. Are you reading something?
Yeah, 空気 Empty?
Let me sit down. どれ見えない。
Soraki.
あ、それ、いや、それソラキじゃなくて秋。それ秋って言うんだ。
Ah, Soraki.
Aki. No, that's not soraki, that's aki.
Aki. Does it mean empty?
Yes, empty.
Okay.
So aki. So here's another tip going forward for grammar. When kanji is paired with hiragana, it's usually read in its kunyomi form. Kanji have two forms of readings. Kunyomi
Kun and
and
on.
onyomi.
On is for when it's by itself. I just didn't know the kun one.
But you are correct. So that is a noun that is combined with a hiragana character. So in that situation, it's going to be read in kunyomi. So that's aki. So the onyomi for aki. So the onyomi is aki. No, so the kunyomi is aki, and then its onyomi is ku and sora.
Ku, sora,
Ku,
ku,
like kutan.
kuten, kutan,
Kutan.
kutan,
Yes, long vowel ku.
kutan,
So ku, like example, kutan.
kutan,
So it's ku and then sora.
ku, sora.
So. You got it. So yeah, when paired with hiragana, it's usually read in its kunyomi.
ぐずぐずしてられない。あのトラゴンは。
ちょっとぼやけてるわ。might have to see the stream from your Discord end, because my internet is I'm just relying on mobile data right now, unfortunately. So in order to read like the full text, I do might have to see through your Discord.
ごめんなさい。
いや、俺の方が謝るよ。ちょっとこちらの接続環境の方がちょっとひどすぎて。
I might also update the video settings to have it on medium, so that way I could do this, but it's less laggy.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, my costume switched. There we are. Because this is a PC game, I gotta go with the PC costume.
PC だって PC だよ。
My VTuber has 2 different outfits for now. I'm planning on making more. There's my regular layout, and there's my PC setup, which I normally use for point and clicks.
Nice.
My PC outfit is based off of Stupid Invaders, as it won a t-shirt poll. The other contestants were the Neverhood and the Legend of Sias City.
Oh, nice. And do you turn the streaming set? Oh, I see. You're changing your settings?
Yeah, I'm changing the graphics settings so that way it would be lower, so that way I could do both without tripping out. Where it's like, oh, what is this? Nani? There we are. Politically correct, though.
どれどれ？ますます画質が良くなってきてる。ますます良くなってきてるよ。
ますます。
よーし、見てみようじゃないか。
Can you see it?
見えてるよ。
Yay!
大きな袋。
これは何？
塩。salt。塩。そう、塩。salt。
salt。
釜。
Roxer is asking if you have ever played Ameniki or LSD Dream Emulator.
Ameniki I have heard of, yeah. Uh-oh.
The building's broken.
何やってるんだ。
カゴお
死にたいなら好きにしろ。絶対にただじゃおかない。お前なんか切り刻んでやる。
あ、うさぎ
そう、うさぎ、その通り。
生地
そう、生地。
魔法
あ、魔術。
魔術
回復の薬。
回復のやつ
回復の薬。それ回復の薬。
薬
はい。
ゴールド
そうだな。そうだな。木の器。
木の器
木の器。
器
そう、器。Good job。
器
器。そう、器。
器
戸棚。樽。回復の薬。
回復
回復。
回復
そう、回復。
回復
回復の薬。
回復の薬
薬。
薬
よし、いい感じ。薬。鉛をつけると薬。
魔法の薬
あ、それ魔術。
魔術の薬
そう、魔法 is a different 漢字。魔法の方は全然違う漢字でできてるよ。
ああ
魔法の方は法律の方。
魔法は左のメニューですか？
そう、3000が入ってて、あと去年の今日。
カゴ
そう、カゴ。Good job。よくやった。
うさぎ
うさぎの尻尾ぶら下がってるばかりに。
で、次はこっちか。
The chat is currently quoting Ren and Stimpy right now. Not sure where that came from, but okay.
ゴノンベア。ゴーモン。殺さないでくれ。
お前は死んでる。
お前はもう死んでいる。
何？
やれ
何？
貴
様なんてこと言うんだ。貴様らに舞い降りる翼はない。変な音がしていたんだ。一緒に来るんだ。ここから逃げなきゃならない。あ。Okay, here's a pop quiz for you. Teddy.
Yes.
スケレトンって日本語で言ってみてください。
わかりません。
スケレトンは日本語で何て言いますか？
I don't know.
そう。だとしたらね、外から始まるよ。正解はどう？正解を言ってみる？正解を言う？
I do not know what the Japanese word for skeleton is.
Skeleton in Japanese is 骸骨。
骸骨。
と、骸骨。
骸骨。
仕事の邪魔はしないでくれ。それとも手伝う気があるのか。
本。これは本。
おー、すげえ懐かしい。懐かしい表記だな。This is literally childhood font for me right here.
I understand that.
ロックピック。
ラララララララララ。
ランランランランラン。Also, fun fact, this is a little bit high level kanji, but right after lockpick, the kanji that was used for opening the door is kaijo.
Kaijo.
Kaijo. So kaijo. That means to unlock something. It's a very posh way. It's a very it's something that you would see on like readings, like in a bathroom when you're opening and closing the door lock.
Ah, so it's more formal.
Yeah, it's more something that you would I wouldn't say like formal. It's more informational, like the kind of vocabulary you would see on like instruction manuals.
Got it. Skeleton.
So gaikotsu.
Gaikotsu.
Yeah, it says here sometimes it would be read as like skeleton, but traditionally it's gaikotsu.
Gaikotsu. Why are y'all stopping? 何もあ、
なんでそこで足止まってんの？
行きましょう。
やりましょう。ドラゴンの威力からの逃げよう。あー、ちょっとボシだな。もう一回言ってみよう。やりましょう。ドラゴンの影響から逃れよう。腰についている炎の剣、俺にも力くださいな。いや
ロングボール。
ロングボール。
レバ
ーを引いてくれ。そっちじゃない。スボーン。That was a reference to the Disney movie Rama ni natta Osama.
Rama?
The Emperor's New Groove. In Japan we call the Emperor's New Groove Rama ni natta Osama.
The llama who became a king. No, wait. I got it backwards. The king who became a llama.
That's right. There you go. So it's Rama ni natta Osama.
Rara ni nattara osama.
Rama ni natta Osama.
Rama ni nattara osama.
なったらではなく、なった王様。なりましたのカジュアル系。 なったらっていうのは、もしもならと同様の意味ですよ。何々になったら何々するみたいな説明だぞ。
I do love the Emperor's New Groove, but it's actually surprisingly not very popular in my family.
Yeah, and the Japanese dub over here is absolutely hilarious.
As is the English version.
You know, like, because the way Kronk's dialogue, like, his speech and his Japanese phonetics make him as this cute and lovable Neanderthal character.
Oh, we call those himbos over here.
Himbo?
Himbo.
A himbo?
Hi, himbo desu.
But yeah, there's actually this one scene that always made me chuckle as a kid. Like, there's two scenes so far. One where Pacha saves Rudy from being caught in the curtains, and the other one is Kronk's whole grabbing the snack when Kuzco sends it off his throne and he dives to get it. So this is one of the very few Disney films that I've seen both languages. I mean, I grew up with the Japanese dub for all the Disney films, but Emperor's New Groove is one of those rare ones where I've seen it in both languages.
I've seen a couple.
And
I've seen a couple in both languages. There's only one Disney movie that I've ever seen only in Japanese.
Which one? Tell me.
Take a guess.
Ameniki?
No. いえ、違います。
アナ雪じゃないんだ。白雪姫。
オリビアの大冒険。
ビアンカの大冒険？
ビアンカの大冒険。はい。ビアンカ。
ビアンカの大冒険。
はい。
あれか。ありえしゆい救助救援協会。あなたのためすべて捧げて
クマ
困った時は僕らを呼んでどこにいても行くから有吉救助救援協会心よく正しく有吉救助救援協会
私の曲大好きラティカンの歌は曲が大好き。
あ、そうなんだ。
ラティカン
同じ時間なんじゃってこういうギャグも好きなんだよ。あ、そうだ。ラマになった王様といえば、俺が一番好きなギャグはね、もしかしたら、なんかイズマを首にしてきてから、あと黒国はおやつを取れみたいな、なんかちょっと。
We're talking about the Great Mouse Detective.
いやネズミ探偵者の大冒険ね。
Hooray, I got an achievement!
So, you remember the scene in... the two scenes... So there's two scenes I've noticed as a major example where the Japanese dub and the other version are completely... They have huge differences between one another in the film. It's the script and the jokes that they make in there. Like, I love what they did for the Japanese dub for Pacha's intro scene. Remember when Rudy was thrown out of the palace and caught in the royal curtains?
Yeah.
So in the Japanese dub, when the slipper falls right on top of his head. ちょっとそれ返してくれないか？あ、はいどうぞ。気をつけない。はい。 気をつけないと死ぬって言ってた。あの時言ってしまったら、もうマジで爆笑しちゃった。
He's terrified
So
of
like,
dogs?
so like how the scene went in comparison to the other version was like, can you give me that back, please? Oh yeah, here you go. Thanks. Please be careful, or else you'll die. Like, I like how they played that. Just like, yeah, be careful, or else you'll die. That's
Reminds me a lot of the. Have you ever seen the English version of the Mario movie?
No, I have not. I personally I'm hesitant towards that, to be honest with
Fair.
you.
Like, the casting
Yeah,
is
I'm
definitely
sorry.
out of left field, but, like, Toad's voice actor is hysterical.
I just can't imagine him outside of what we've got right now. He's based in Japan. He's played by Seki Tomokazu, aka Suneo from Doraemon, and Whisper from Yokai Watch. And he goes crazy with his Whisper performance throughout the entire film. It's like you're watching. For those of you Yokai Watch fans out there, like besides me, if you enjoyed Whisper, then you'll enjoy the Japanese dub of the Mario movie, because Seki Tomokazu's performance in the Mario movie, it's basically imagine Whisper, a much more useful and helpful Whisper in a Kinopio hat.
Our Toad instead was kind of like that, but also we had like a scene where like he's walking through the Mushroom Kingdom with Mara that's like, please get out of the way! His brother is going to die immediately! No, your brother will be fine. He is going to die! Please let us through! Oh, we also...
触っちゃダメ！死にますよ！触っちゃダメ！死にますよ！あ、でもこいつはいいキノコでした。And what are we missing in the comments section here?
Rockster is saying that Kronk is very much a himbo in the original version, which is correct. Rockster saying that the SpongeBob dub in either French or Spanish sounds like whenever he's saying waiter, he's saying potato. And Luigi's voice in the Mario movie in English.
Speaking of voices, here's another fun fact. How many of you, do you guys in the audience, do you like Boku no Hero Academia? My Hero Academia? Because I did tell you about this before, Teddy.
Yes.
Those of you in the audience who are fans of My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia, 僕のヒーローアカデミアの人、なんか僕のヒーローアカデミアのファンたちもきっとこれを聞いて喜んでくれると思うんだけど、so the Japanese, so the biggest surprise out of all of the casting, probably in any movie ever, casting Mamoru Miyano as Mario himself, aka Light Yagami from Death Note, Riku from Kingdom Hearts, Kotaro from Zombieland Saga, and Sakamoto Ryuji from Persona 5 plays Mario.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's barely recognizable too. Like, he is known for playing like the cool dark side of characters.
But no, he gets
And
to be a
sometimes
happy
high
Daddy
tension.
Mario.
Let's go. Let's go.
Reminds me of Mami Yamase.
似てる。いや、めっちゃ似てるんだけどさ。
Mami Yamase only had like two acting roles, but she was a popular Japanese musician.
Yeah, and it doesn't stop there either.
No.
I think Mario movie is definitely one of those choices that is good for Mario fans, but it will also be a great
Introduction into
shot
Mario.
for well, also Boku no Hero fans, because two of the actors, holy shoot, Luigi is played by Hatanaka Tasuku, Luigi is played by Hatanaka Tasuke, aka Kaminari Denki from the My Hero series. So you've got Kaminari Denki voicing Luigi here. And then here's the most ironic casting choice.
Oh boy.
Koopa himself is voiced by none other than Miyake Kenta, aka Vector the Crocodile from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, and All Might himself from the My Hero series. So you've got the symbol of peace, Heiwa no Shoto, playing an iconic villain character.
He's playing Bowser.
もう開けろ死にたいかスーパースターを手に入れることができたもう誰も我が輩を止められんその程度かマリオ貴様はもはやここで終わりだここで終わりだ
Over here, our casting choices for the Mario movie is just whack. Absolutely whack. Like they do a good job, but like the things that these people have been in, it's like so out of left field.
That's why I'm hesitant.
We have Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong over here.
And then finally, as I said earlier, Kinopio is voiced by another classic actor, Seki Tomokaze, aka Suneo from Doraemon. Suneo from Doraemon. あと、妖怪ウォッチで有名な Whisper ね。And Whisper from Yokai Watch. And throughout the entire film, he's basically Whisper. He's doing his Whisper vocal. He's doing his vocals for Whisper. And it is hilarious.
それは入ってもらった方がいいな。首相は丘の上。止まれ。ドラゴンどもの接近により兵中だ。応用以外では通せない。エルゲンがドラゴンに襲われたらしい。どんな恐ろしい奴が来ても準備はでき
He's asking me about the dragon in Helgen.
Oh God. Donkey Kong アニメ版 Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong は小市山寺ですか？
その通り、山寺宏一が演じてるんだ、ドンキーコング。子供の頃からよく知ってるよ。バカだよ、大事なココナッツ。悪党たちにあげちゃうなんて。
かよ、友達。歌って踊ってコンゴボンゴ。
明日になればあるよ。やって星に願うよ。なら。懐かしいな。取り返さな、取り返そう、返そう、取り戻せ、さあ返そう、返せ。
I heard the Japanese dub of that show cut out a lot of songs, actually.
Actually, no, they did keep the songs in.
Yeah, but they cut out like a couple of them. Like the one of the most famous songs from well, the English version anyway, is "I'm Nobody's Hero," and that song is missing from the Japanese airing.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. I'm nobody's hero. Oh God, people are quoting the coconut cream pie song.
バナナクリームパイとかないの
I'll shower you in coconut cream pies. Is how the line went into the English version.
Oh God.
バナナクリームパイとかないの未来の英雄様にはしっかりとご飯食べなきゃな。
Hello, Visay Dynabite.
Vice-kun!
Vice.
Oh my God, Vice. It's my friend, probably one of the closest friends I ever had. Vice!
Hello, Vice.
I just told Teddy and the others about the Japanese voice casting for the Mario movie, and we're talking about the Canadian CG animated Donkey Kong series. Yeah, I definitely remember watching the Japanese airing as a kid, and definitely enjoying the theme song and playing it in the watching it in the background while playing the Game Boy Advance Super Donkey Kong.
One of my best friends, his name is Retro Kaiju. He absolutely loves Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. I'm so glad they played that in the movie too.
Yeah! Donkey Kong is here! DK! Donkey
Kong!
He's the leader of the bunch! You know him well! Finally back to kick some tent. His coconut gun can fire in front. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. It's bigger, faster, stronger. He's the first member of the team.
Maru Kong! Nanjate. That's a new meme on my channel, Maru Kong.
Oh no! There's okay, so I don't know if you've ever heard the meme because this is more of an English meme, but there's a meme with the Donkey Kong rap where it's like, and then there's Junkie, he's dead.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the meme territory. Like the closest thing to a meme that I'm most familiar with are Sonic, Ugandan Knuckles, and the Big Chungus meme, and the 2020 Japanese music video / meme VA.
Oh yeah. There's the
VA is like my favorite meme ever.
There is like a ton of memes surrounding like the DK rap and the Donkey Kong Country show. Such as a picture of like Donkey Kong's face looking like very funnily with the tagline feature length. And also another meme where it's like the ending of one of the episodes, this would not have been dubbed into Japanese, but there was a line that's supposed to be saying, Diddy saying, and why did I waste my best material on this stick? But people are like cutting it off.
Your capture window's off, by the way.
It is?
Or is it? I don't know.
Alt tab.
Yeah, for those of you familiar, please look up the VA meme. It is amazing. Oh wait, nope, I see it. It's up.
Too late now. I'm trying to fix it.
もう直ってるからなんかその画像が直ってるから大丈夫だよ。
Do you see it now?
YouTube の方からしっかりと見えてるから大丈夫です。なんで Steam 画面から切り替えられないんだよ。ちょっと画面が半分真っ黒になってしまってるんだから、これはきついや。これはきついや、マジで。もう。
So I need to find the Dragon Stone.
Off topic. Rule number 1 for fighting bosses in Zelda. Hold your fire until you see the eye.
Yes.
To get the context of the joke, this will be your hint.
Is this like the floating Mario head? It's like, I'm gonna be an airplane now.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Okay.
Not that one.
Oh, now the chat is recommending memes for you to see, such as the Alex Jones rant, gay frogs.
おすすめのミームとして、そうだな、ちょっと、おすすめのミームとして、アレックス・ジョーンズの文句、特にクオ隣屋さん。 隣屋さん、なんかちょっとクオ隣屋さんとか、またはゲイカエルたち。
アレックス・ジョーンズは変なポリティションです。
ああ、そういう人なんだ。どんだけへんてこなやつなのかなと思えば。
He is a crazy, crazy politician. He's like our version of Nonomura. We love to make fun of him.
Oh no. Okay, I see. 政治家なんだ。そう、政治家なんだ、あいつ。なるほどね。
Yeah. Can I steal the cabbages?
私のキャベツが、ここはうましゅよりひどい。See what reference I just did?
No.
正解は、アバター伝説の少年アン。アバター伝説の少年アン。
Avatar the Last Airbender.
Yes. Yeah, that was an Avatar reference. In Japan, we call it Avatar, Densetsu no Shonen An.
The legend of the... What's a... Denbetsu is legend.
It's Avatar, the legendary boy Aang.
Ah.
Yeah, in Japan, we call it the legendary boy Aang.
The legendary boy.
このキャベツはなんだ？
牛。
簡単に一つじゃないぞ。
これは牛です。
うわあ、私のキャベツが。
牛。
私のキャベツが。
牛。バイバイ。
さっきも言っただろ。キャベツは持ち込み禁止。キャベツにナメクジがついてるキャベツでバー神性の生態系を破壊する警備員。ドンドン。うわあ、私のキャベツが。さっきも言っただろ。野菜は持ち込み禁止。キャベツについてるナメクジでバー神性の生態性を破壊する警備員。
ガネットの銀の。
どれ？見せて。
何を漢字は何ですか？
漢字？それガーネットの銀の指輪。
ありがとう。
いいよ。キャベツについてるナメクジでバー神性の生態系を破壊する警備員。
キャベツ。
So that is a reference to one of the last the cabbage jokes from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know I've never seen the English version, so I can't really make the exact quote, but
I never
basically
saw
what she
it,
said,
period.
Basically, the quote is, for entering Bossing Say, the cabbage merchant was trying to get his cabbages through customs, but by customs regulation, you're not supposed to bring vegetables because slugs and other parasites that would enter cabbages would ruin the ecosystem of Bossing Say. So she basically had him destroyed by a platypus bear.
We had a similar joke in the Simpsons where Homer is trying to go to like a theme park with his family, and they're like stopped at Border Patrol, and Marge's like, "We don't have any fruits and vegetables," and he's like, that's what you know," and then he just drives away with a truck full of fruits and vegetables, while like the people guarding the border, they're like, "Oh no, it's happening again."
It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the live-action movie, I'm just actually, you know what?
No.
A lot of people haven't seen it yet, but let me just say without any spoilers, the live-action movie or the live-action Netflix series. Let's just say it's amazing.
Really?
It's really good.
We've had it mixed. Like, some people
What?
love it, some people hate it.
Well, then again, there was also the travesty that was The Last Airbender, which the M. Night Shyamalan movie, which we do not speak of.
No, we don't.
There's some of, I feel like there's some of that impact from that still remaining. But as someone who grew up with like the Japanese dub, and it's very low awareness over here, I think it's a good adaptation. Like, not 100% best, but like it's still, I mean, it's not like One Piece, it's not One Piece amazing, but it's still on par. Man, I've been playing Rockman Zero nonstop lately. 俺、ロックマンゼロ、徹夜までして、ずっとやってきたんだけど、ロックマンゼロはもう癖になっちゃってるよ。子供の頃と同様な感覚でね。I've been reliving some childhood memories, elementary school memories by playing the Rockman Zero games. And I'm playing so much last night. All the way Rockman Zero and then halfway through Rockman Zero 2. Ore wa Luffy, kaizoku ni naru otoku da.
Thieves!
ロックスターから言われてみれば、ロックスターのロックが、なんかロックスターの中にロックがついてる名前からして、ついてる名前という状況にぴったりな質問だな。その通り、Rockman is the original name in Japan.
Yep. Rockman
It comes from the rock and roll, the genre rock and roll, the rock genre rock and roll.
Instead, we call him Mega Man because I have no idea.
Wasn't it like some sort of controversy over there for the naming sense?
Oh! Right. Because rock and roll was demonized and there were people thinking that it could have been a penis.
I think it was something else.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, Rockman is basically the game franchise that introduced me to the world of gaming in the first place.
Mine was Mario.
It's me, Mario.
It was Mario, and then there was a series of Adobe Flash games. I'm not sure if they made it to Japan. They are known as the Papa Louie series, where it's like you run like different kinds of restaurants. Like one of them is like, oh, you make cupcakes.
Are you talking about like online Flash games?
Yes.
Actually, I did grow up with some Flash games, like when I was in elementary school. I mean, I spent my childhood mostly in Japan, but my dad introduced me to a couple websites, and he basically helped me find some Flash games that were introduced to Rockman before I could actually get my first console.
Ooh. Please tell me one of them.
So in the preschool the kindergarten, like the preschool that I went to in Japan, we had this system where we would play where there were like game consoles that would show up, and we would take turns, have like a schedule for when you would play, how long your time limit is. And we had a selection of games that were there too.
Okay.
And Rockman X was the one that's basically started it all for me. Ooh. Like, he is the one that got me into video games in the first place.
Nice.
And the other game selections that they had were Toy Story, Super Famicom, and Mega Drive. The one Mega Drive game they had was Sonic 1 and Sonic 2.
Okay.
But then for the Famicom, they had Super Donkey Kong, Super Mario World, like they had Super Donkey Kong. スーパードンキーコング、スーパードンキーコング、スーパーマリオワールド、あとマリオコレクション、あとスーパーマリオコレクション、
ヘビー。
ワン、ツー、スリー、スーパーマリオコレクション、あと、
ウェルは何ですか？
何？
ウェルは何ですか？
クジラ。
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 Yeah, that kanji wasn't Kujira, by the way.
I know.
I know you were looking at the picture.
Well, another book.
Ah, that's. いやー、これは懐かしい正気だな、ほんまにや。ほんまに言うとさ、宝箱、ゴールド。
Level up.
And yeah, my first game consoles were the Game Boy Color. Game Boy Color, and then I got a Super Famicom and then I got a Super Famicom in the third grade,
Oh.
finally.
初めてのコンソールは Wii です。
初めてのゲーム機はどっち？
いや、Wii。
日本語だよ。初めてのゲーム機は何ですか？
マリオカート Wii と2チャンネルです。
マリオカート何？
Wii。
あ、Wii！
Wii。
そうか。Wii が初めてのゲーム機なんだ。
My first console was a Nintendo Wii.
So console, we would say ゲーム機。
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 あ、ゲーム機。
ゲーム機。ゲーム機。
俺には絵が、俺の絵がついてる。俺には何の絵がついてるかと、何の絵がついてるかとか、自分自身。自分にはできる。
では行きましょうか。
はい、ゲーム機です。
ヤッホー！ネズミ。ネズミだ。My first console was a Wii. My family skipped the GameCube generation because they were too busy in a war. They were in the army, but let me tell you, the army did love modding their PSPs.
あ、PSP なんだ。
My mom would mod it.
PSP?
She would watch like any movies, like she used hers to watch like George Carlin specials, so they got there so they could play like a game it was online, but it was like a first-person shooter.
Nice.
So that they could do that while they were in the army.
あー、戦時に加わってた家族なんだ、おい。そうなんだ。
I still have a couple bootleg movies from where they were at. I have a bootleg copy of Chicken Little.
おー。
Where the subtitles are in Russian.
Ooh.
It's honestly the best way to watch that movie because you do not want to see Chicken Little in HD, trust me.
Wait, Chicken what?
Chicken Little is the bootleg movie I have.
Wait, Chicken Little as in one of Disney's worst movies?
Yes. That is...
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That movie...
is not good.
That movie was just... No.
No. It has...
Rather than going into that, let's just say it's definitely one of Disney's worst efforts.
Yep.
And we're done there.
Yeah, we're done. Much bigger, better topics, like whatever the screen is, so they're not. I'm just Chicken Little isn't a Pixar movie.
It's not Pixar. It's the first CG. It's Disney's first attempt at a CG animated movie outside of Pixar, without the help of Pixar.
And it was ruined by executives.
And it was extremely mean-spirited. It was extremely pessimistic. It's an extremely pessimistic and mean-spirited movie.
Yes. I made it.
And yet, it somehow managed to make a summon cameo in Kingdom Hearts.
Probably because it was the newest thing out at the time.
Well, yeah, considering it was 2007, yeah.
It would have been 5. I thought.
僕ならできるよ。ほら、僕ならできるよ。
Chicken Little did kinda become a meme in the United States, but solely just to make fun of the father.
Oh, no. Buck Cluck is said to be the worst Disney character, too. He's so neglectful of his own
Yes.
son. It's just
Oh
really
my
hard
God.
to look at.
He's so bad.
It's really hard. It's just really hard to watch.
Ah. Oh,
なんだっけ。そう、チキンリトルはディズニー映画の中で最も酷評されているクソ映画だというふうに言われてることだし、その理由はチキンリトルがいつもいじめられっぱなしだ、いつもいじめられっぱなしというところから、自分のことは完全に虐待とは言えないんだけど。自分の言うことを聞こうとしないで、自分の息子よりも大勢の人たちの市民たちからのアピールの方をずっと重視にしてるクソ父親のことだったんだ。バッククラックね。
yeah, バッククラックは父親が悪いですね。
そんな言い方よりもクラックの方がふさわしくね。
Yeah, Chicken Little was the one bootleg that I had from Iraq.
Nice.
Because that is the only way to watch that movie. That's it. Don't watch it ever again.
No. Unless you want to remake it into a better movie.
Yes. Like their original plan for the movie that actually looked good before executives were ruining it.
I just sent you a better version to call the infamous father from the movie.
I need to see this.
Don't say it out loud, though. ASMR って何? ASMR って何?
There's a couple other bootleg movies that I own, but they're bootlegs by my grandparents that they sent to my family.
Oh, speaking of bootleg, can you imagine a 8 Crazy Nights bootleg?
Oh dear God!
Imagine trying to make that into a better movie, which you can.
You can, by just cutting everything out and bam, you're done.
Or actually, instead of trying to make it a whole comedy, instead of trying to revamp the whole Stan and Judy's Kid comedy album that Whitey's character is based off of,
just cut the character out.
Maybe have a redemption, like potentially a redemption / spiritual journey story for the character, where instead of the story that he originally has, he does pursue becoming basketball, but he's still traumatized by his parents' death, and he uses that opportunity to go back into his roots and appreciate into like the whole Judaism thing. And then Whitey serves as like a mentor / spiritual guide.
Yeah.
And you can still have like, it can still be like a comedy, but please make it a decent musical comedy instead of just being instead of being basically a feature version of Stan and Judy's Kid Whitey.
Yeah.
これわしのことでそんなことを入ってくるな。
わかった。脱ぎゃいいんだろ。
The
わかった。脱ぎゃいいんだろ。
The other two bootleg movies my family had were both of the Rescuers movies and the Brave Little Toaster.
I can imagine you making a this was whatever you call it, a bootleg movie of those films. I can't do that voice. It's just so irritating. That's even in Japanese though. It sounds like this.
Why does this have a Japanese dub? You did not deserve one.
Hey, at least it
kind of saved it. Yeah.
I mean, it made the characters somewhat more decent and enjoyable to listen to with decent acting.
Fair, but like still. Oh damn it! They can open doors. Hello, Nate boy.
That's literally what Japanese Whitey sounds like.
Yeah.
For those of you eight crazy Nights fanatics out there.
Oh no!
ここは何がいいんだ?
At least in the product placement scenes, they just showed him as like they didn't like name each of the brand titles. He literally just introduced them as just like stores, like say why the mall is good, because you can access a bunch of things like clothes, ties, shoes, and all that kind of stuff without blatantly saying what the
story is,
what the name brands are.
Uh-oh. I think I went into a dungeon that's like a quest dungeon because like there's like a door that requires a claw that I don't have.
Tobira? Tobiraをくぐることになってるんだ、お前。
I don't have a claw, so I can't get through this door. So I'm gonna have to leave.
Oh God. Now I'm imagining. Oh God. I'm imagining one of my favorite. No! No! Yamete! Yamera! Yamera! ちょっと待って。そんなこと想像したくないんだけど。ホワイティの声で演技されているボボボボボボボの演技見たくないよ。
Are you just now seeing the chat?
No, I'm imagining one of my favorite childhood scenes from Bobo 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 done in a Whitey voice impression.
That's like our Toad voice impressions. We have Toad sings covers everywhere, where it's just a Toad voice going, "All I want for Christmas is you." Yes, this is why I only speedrun Earthworm Jim, because I'm terrible at everything else. No, it's because
they're not. New York-zai! New York-zai! New York-zai! New York-zai! New York-zai! 何やってんだ! よく温まるんです. That's one of my favorite scenes ever from when I was in 3rd grade, and it's so for those of you who are familiar with Bobo, there is a scene there is a scene in the anime. It's episode 23, or I think it was 26 or 23. But Bobobo is captured by a mad scientist humanoid crocodile character named Max Kyogawa. And as he's monologuing, Bobobo is captured and held into a liquid container.
Mm-hmm.
And as the process is going, he monologues about how he basically made Bobobo into a bioweapon, is going to make Bobobo a bioweapon. And as he's monologuing, Donpatch and the Kappa character started pouring stuff inside. Now, there's a difference between the manga and the anime. In the manga, as he's monologuing, Bobobo, like Donpatch and the Kappa were pouring Fanta soda into Bobobo's captive tank.
Yum.
But in the anime, because of copyright infringement at the time, they decided to change it to bath additives, or in Japanese, we call it one of my favorite words, Nyūyokuzai.
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 Oh, there you go. You got it.
Nyūyokuzai.
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 Oh, Nyūyokuzai. And just hearing him say it a bunch of times just ended up being so it's so random and silly, like just interrupting and randomly pouring bath bombs inside the tank. But hearing them say Nyūyokuzai, Nyūyokuzai, Nyūyokuzai a bunch of times was just so hilarious that I ended up capturing it on video.
Oh my god,
Like-
you did that too? Where like you see like a funny moment on TV and you just whip out the camera to try to record it?
Yeah, so
I did
in
that when I
2003,
was small.
Bobobo started. It aired on TV in Japan over here, and for my location, it was like, what, 6:30 p.m. in Japan. So, and I would finish my homework, it's one of those things where, oh gosh, it's one of the many shows that I would just watch after I work hard studying to the point where I finish it in time to see my favorite shows. Those shows at the time were Sonic X, the Rockman EXE TV show, and Bobobo.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of those scenes where I would basically had a VHS record, like put in a tape in and wait for the recording to show up and then record that scene.
Oh.
Just play it back and forth a bunch of times. It's funny.
I did that. I did that with a different TV show when I was small, actually.
Yeah? Let's hear it.
So there was a Nicktoon that I don't think it aired in Japan, but it did get a dub from Amazon Prime Video. But it was
I mean, yeah.
Hmm?
No, I was gonna say we do have Nickelodeon Japan,
Yeah.
because that's how we got Avatar: The Last Airbender and SpongeBob.
Yeah, but this show didn't air on that over there. I checked.
No, it didn't.
This show in question is Tough Puppy. Or, in the Japanese name, it's Super Agent Tough Puppy.
Oh, that show.
Yes. There was an episode where, like, the bad guy starts to run a spelling bee with, like, kidnapping everybody, and the dead lady is like, yeah? Well, you're a monster! T, circle letter, pointy letter, monster, letter that looks like a snake, tur! That's how you spell monster! And then, like, the chief is like, that's how you spell toaster! We're doomed!
いや、そんなつづり、まあ、確かにそんなつづりでやってしまったらもうアウトだな。Also, comments on Rockstar Studios. I know exactly who you're talking about. The voice I grew up, one of my absolute favorite childhood voice actors, Kanemaru Junichi, aka Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
Kanemaru Junichi is the ultimate Sonic the Hedgehog, just like how Otsuka Chikao is like the in Japan, from a Japanese standpoint, Otsuka Chikao is like one of the ultimate staple villain voices of all time. He played Dr. Eggman in all the Sonic shows, up until his unfortunate death in 2015.
Aw.
And he also played Master Xehanort from Kingdom Hearts. And Kaibara, and this is more of a domestic reference, but he also played Kaibara Yuzan from Oishinbo, one of my absolute favorite shows of all time.
Mm.
He's like the ultimate villain voice.
Yes. Like Wataru Tageki? Tageki Wataru?
Nope. Okay, let me see your screen. ちょっと待って。
No, I'm saying the actor's name. Wataru Tageki. Is that his name? Wataru Tageki.
Are we talking about like Otsuka Chikao or which actor are you referencing?
I was trying to bring up a villain voice actor. Wataru Tageki.
Oh, Wataru Takemi.
Yes, him!
Wataru Takemi-san. 合ってる合ってる。俺はソニック・ザ・ヘッジホークだ。ノーウェイ、勘弁してくれよ。おい、くれよ、クリス、引き上げて。Sonic X was also one of my childhood shows too.
We had like a lot of censorship in the English version due to our dubbing company.
Oh no, I've heard stories about that, and I'm heard about that, and I heard about the Indonesian dub too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I really love that. Like, that was definitely a generation where a lot of popular games had, their own TV show adaptations that were done by the same casting and under the direction of the original creators.
Like the Parappa anime.
Yeah, the Parappa anime, as well as Rockman Exe, because Capcom played in part of the direction and the production by Keiji Inafune himself. And yeah, definitely one of the bigger ones was Rockman EXE. And Pokemon. Well, of course, it wasn't like Pokemon big, but
it was still
if we're talking about like
big.
some of those from that generation, yeah.
Freedom.
God, Sonic X, the original show. It also had some of my favorite opening songs ever too. Sonic Drive. And the ending song Hikarumichi is just
S-O-N-I-C, go! S-O-N-I-C, go!
S-O-N-I-C, go!
Go, let's go! Go!
走り続けてないと他に意味はないとパンクな哲学なんだバイオリズムはツバイリズムで不景は瞬間に無数の線俺を取り巻く風インサイアウト攻めてインサイアウト抜いて誰一人も何一つも前を行かせたくはないインサイアウトサイゴーストニックインサイアウトサイゴーストニック危ないよとハーバナイスは似てるそうどちらも紙一重なのさ退屈抜き捨てて今をすぐかけらせAlso, Samson, that actually is not considered because we don't really care about that too. Like, we don't really consider that like big controversy because it's not main language over here. So because it sounds like we don't really censor. That's not really something that would fall under censorship territory in Japan because people would even from a young Japanese demographic perspective. we just really wouldn't care. Like, not that we're not interested. It's just like, okay, sort of thing.
Yeah.
What you really can't do, Japanese censorship. You in media, in games, you can't blatantly, like, under copyright regulations. This also includes, like, especially for the Nintendo 64. Under censorship, you got to make sure you got to censor any vomiting, any blatant bodily secretions, like vomiting,
Good.
poop, like
Oh my
blatant
god,
vomiting,
I
pooping,
hated
or
that. Oh my god, then they are my heroes because I hate when something like that happens. Like I hate that.
yeah, because blatant like if you're gonna have a character puke, you got to have it censored, because if you show it without it getting censored, you can actually get into a lot of your studio can get into a lot of trouble. Because that's very grotesque. That's considered very grotesque in a Japanese media perspective.
Oh my god, good. I
and Poppy the
hate
Performer,
that.
yes, I have seen. Yeah. And yeah, I have seen Poppy the Performer. なんだっけな。これはどうかな。まる。またワールドストリーク。
I died.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why games like Conker's Bad Fur Day never made it over to Japan, because it didn't sell well in England or the United States.
No.
Or Australia.
No.
And 2, from showing things like having the logo being chainsawed in half, to Conker blatantly vomiting after being dead, like getting dead drunk and vomiting in front of one of the stone elders.
Yeah.
To blatantly defecating in front of the camera.
Yep.
Those sorts of things you can't put into you definitely can't put that in an N64 game over here. So
No.
Those were a bunch of red flags. I mean, the Xbox remake, Live and Reloaded, did get released over here, but
Xbox wasn't really that popular in Japan, so I think it just flew over by.
It kind of did, because we don't really like Xbox over here, and
No.
it's a game that was literally shown to be more geared towards for like older audiences.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't
too
that
American, and it was too adult.
Yeah, and plus it wasn't Xbox is not exactly like considered a family console,
No.
whereas the 64, for consoles like the 64, Nintendo-based consoles or PlayStation, they're going to be a lot more active and open towards, general audiences. So that's why censorship laws for those particular consoles, you can't show vomiting or defecating unless you have it like censored.
Now in America, our censorship is all about, look, you can have all the violence you want, but you can't have blood in it, and that's fine. Or it's not with people, so it's okay.
It's kind of one of the reasons why like Family Guy and like and shows like that are kind of banned over here.
Yeah.
We're not really into that kind of humor. We're not really into that kind of humor over here.
No. And I totally understand why. Now, South Park was a show I wasn't expecting to be popular over there.
Yeah, kind of had, I mean, yeah, it does have a dub, but the humor's just not for me.
No,
it's just not for me. Like, I understand why it's getting its praise, but I just can't get into it. It's not humor that would be relatable to us.
No, but it's just, I don't know, man.
Well, then again, You know, here's a funny story about jokes referencing Great Mighty Pooh. How many of you? How familiar are you guys with the Yokai Watch franchise?
I kinda am. Also, I'm stealing all the vegetables from this garden.
So I'm gonna wait for commentary response before I continue this discussion. じゃあ、妖怪ウォッチの話もしてみたいなというふうになんか先ほど思ってたんだけど、まずちょっとどのくらい妖怪ウォッチについてどれだけ知ってるかちょっとコメントの様子を見てきてからお話ししたいと思います。And I'm having trouble with my screen right now for the Steam where it goes into like full screen viewing and I can't seem to find how you get rid of it.
Oh. Yokai is not a Pokemon ripoff.
Please do not say no. Trust me when I say you do not know what you're talking about. Play the games and actually watch the TV show before you make that judgment. Yokai Watch is a real-life simulation interactive environment where yokai are actually real-life characters that exist in folklore that made Japanese society today. And how the game system works and how the universe is treated. The yokai live their lives and work their jobs just like human beings, only they cannot be seen from the general human eye. But there are a lot of yokai that are good, that are good and do a lot of good deeds in life. But there are also ones that commit crimes and cause trouble for both people and yokai kind. And the main protagonist, Keita Amano, is basically the bridge between the human world and the spirit world. So while it is a game franchise and a TV show that's more geared towards like the young children demographic, its concept is basically the foundation of what made Japanese society, maintaining the balance between between mankind and the spirit world. So how the situations go, each yokai has their own setting, and they can interfere with the lives of the humans and the main protagonists. And then Keita tries doing something about that. Talks to said yokai, interacts with them, tries to do some, basically calls upon a yokai while they're doing their stuff to try and help them, or in some cases fight them. And how the whole watch system works. The watch allows the person to see the yokai, basically breaking the boundaries between the human and the spirit world, and actually talk to them. And then the medals, and how the medals works, it's basically you're not capturing them. It's basically the equivalent to making friends with a person and then them handing your personal information, like a handwritten note with a phone number on it. And by putting the medal in, you're basically calling that yokai from whichever. Yeah, Rockstar, just so you know, that joke was, I'm going to be real with you, that joke is not, that is not to be taken as a joke. That was actually, yeah, I'm just going to say that right there. That's not really a good topic to make a joke out of, just so you know. So anyway, and then basically it creates like a portal, and then it sucks that yokai from what they were doing into Keita's position. But it's basically bridge building and a symbol of friendship. And the jokes, they're going to that whole childlike territory, but they're also very wholesome enough to the point where it can be enjoyed by both children and adults alike. And the gameplay took the world of gaming and the potential and the functionalities of the Nintendo 3DS to the next level. So it was extremely groundbreaking for 2013. And as the result, it became the biggest boom of the mid-2010s. I recommend personally 1 through 4. But yeah, the reason why I bring up the jokes from the Great Mighty Pooh stuff is because the direction, unfortunately, after Yokai Watch 3, the series ended up taking a different direction. After 3, I mean, Yokai Watch 4 was really good, but Shadowside was the time where the show tried going more towards like all audiences to the point where it's kind of lost track of what it wanted to be, and then it ended up making their next campaign, Yokai Academy. Why Gakuen? It ended up making like Yokai Gakuen ちょっと妖怪学園 Y の方がね、妖怪学園 Y の方がちょっと なんかいつも通りの子供っぽさがちょっと2倍かちょっと2倍となってしまった感覚だな。で、さらに誠に残念なことにその要素がちょっと子供っぽさとか下品さが残念なことにちょっと2倍化してしまったので、もうつまんないとかもう下品すぎて見てらんねえっていう子供たちが多かったよね。Jibanyan is really good, but yeah, Shadowside was okay, like good concept and everything, but then Yokai Gakuen, when Yokai Gakuen came along, that was basically the series at its worst point. Like, where all of the yokai characters are reincarnated into their human counterparts. And basically the medals, like you can still see like the yokai and stuff, but you can basically use those medals to transform yourself into like Kamen Rider style superheroes. The animation is really good, and the openings are done by such amazing creators like Nayutan Seijin and Stopuri, with some really Stopuri, you know, like Rinu and all those and Waitan and all those characters, and so many celebrity-studded voice castings. But unfortunately, for Yokai Gakuen, the story and the humor is terrible. Like, it doesn't match up to the standards of its concept.
That's understandable.
And literally one of the it's overloaded with butt, fart, poop, pee, and lewd humor jokes and outdated references.
Well, Rockstar is apologizing, saying that they were more clueless than trying to be.
Nah. Now, I know you weren't intending on it, Rockstar.
Yeah.
I'm cool. You're good.
That's
You're
just
good.
how it's known in America.
I just wanted to give you some information on the show. Just like, if you want to get into the series, please definitely try out the first 3 games. 2 and 4 are both masterpieces. Well, actually, 2 is the highest of the masterpieces, while 4 is rightfully critically acclaimed for its story, gameplay, and character writing. Now, Yokai Academy, however, I would recommend skipping. It's great visuals, but terrible story and bland characters. I mean, literally, one of the bosses is literally as if the Great Mighty Pooh had a sister. Doga, yeah. Yes, Dogas is... Well, not Dogas. Dokuros is literally a giant turd.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. That's literally one of the bosses. Medusa turns into a giant turd with lipstick. I mean, a giant turd with, like, chapped with lips.
Ugh. I'm imagining that in my head. It's not a very good visual.
Yeah. The movie, I watched the movie that basically introduced the camp.
Come
that
back!
introduced
It ran
It
into the
literally-
sea!
And can I just say like a very surprising opinion?
Go right ahead.
I watched the movie Neko wa hiro ni nareru no ka?
What?
Like Yokai wa Chijama. Neko wa hiro ni nareru no ka? It's basically the sixth Yokai Watch movie that introduced Yokai Watch Jam as a franchise.
Mm.
Animation's good, opening's amazing, and character designs are really good. And the hero scenes are actually pretty stellar. But you want to know what my opinion is?
What is it?
From a Japanese perspective, from someone who grew up in media and everything.
Yep.
Not only do I think it's the lowest point for Yokai Watch, but it just might be one of the worst Japanese animated films I've ever seen.
Ooh.
Yes. That bad. Forced humor, scattered storytelling, and intelligence insulting humor, and character, and basically a story and a final story plot that basically insults the diligence of the major protagonist. That's all I'm gonna say.
Alright then. Next topic. Need root.
So, Nate, Yokai Watch Jam is basically the latest campaign in the Yokai Watch franchise, where all of the yokai characters are basically reincarnated into humans. And yeah, they're reincarnated into humans, and the medals basically turn their characters into like Super Sentai style superheroes. No. It didn't get Americanized. It got rebooted into a different franchise. But it was done very badly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Why is there a black spot in the sky?
I mean, Vice and I actually tried watching it. And we literally got burned out after the 7th episode. I mean, the game, I will say, like, the game was actually fun. I will say it was good entertainment, through going through the pandemic. No, Rockstar, it's not really about it being Americanized or American humor. It's more about level 5 losing identity of what their targeted audience is. And it ended up going to the point where they didn't know who their targeted audience should be for Yokai Watch. And after attempting to reach a more general after trying to reach a more general demographic, like not just children, the point where it's not trying to go towards children, but be purposely and intentionally accessible to both children and adults.
Yeah. Like
100% intentionally. But unfortunately that backfired with Shadowside. So they tried doubling their childish, so they ended up going back to their whole child demographic focus, but they ended up the end result, they ended up doubling on their juvenile humor that was from the original show. And the end results just ended up getting far worse. They ended up increasing a lot of jokes about bodily secretions like poop, fart, a lot of fart jokes, butt jokes, way too many poop jokes. To literally going through the effort of making a mystery problem solving, like a mystery riddle involving sci-fi backgrounds, to literally building up to the answer being just poop. That's it. Like, going through effort to try and make the final answer just poop. That's literally how some of the episodes went. But yeah, the humor was forced. The characters were bland, and Jiba Jinpei, the human incarnation of Jibanyan, was extremely annoying. Like,
I understand that.
Are you familiar with Naruto?
Yes.
Imagine Jiba Jinpei's character, like Jiba Jinpei. ちょっとジンベエのキャラクターなんだけどさ、まるでジバジンペイのキャラクターがまるでナルト、なんか序盤編ナルト、ちょっと序盤編まるで序盤編のナルト、ちょっと序盤編のナルトがなんかその若い頃の性格がちょっと6倍化されてるような気分、なんか録画されたような感じだな。Like, imagine the worst qualities of the original Naruto multiplied by 6. Like Naruto's personality, in the origin, like in the early stages, multiplied by 6.
Yeah, I can understand where that's coming from.
Like he's your typical like Shonen Jump hero character that is like, you know, empty-minded but is full of heart and justice, and likes to eat a lot. So he's basically like a lower version of Goku, and he won't read situations, and he'll often rap out of nowhere in an attempt to try and get people to laugh at his forced humor. It just ends up being awkward and just kind of facepalm. And then the rest of the show just really tries making outdated references, and basically a lot of the beginning just ends up trying to make as many poop jokes as they can. And the movie just might have basically created potentially what might have been one of the worst Japanese animated films I've ever seen. Let's just say that.
Japanese Chicken Little, alright.
Wait, what?
Japanese Chicken Little, okay.
Kinda. I mean, it's not mean-spirited, it's just
Bad.
Yeah, the TV show, while it was good, the TV show and the game, while its concept is good and it had a fun video game, the TV show and the movie was basically trash. And it had such a good concept too.
I think I joined the Warriors Guild.
そうだな。もうそろそろ。もうそろそろ妖怪ウォッチの話をしたいと思うんだけどさ、ちょっとジャムの方がゴミすぎて見たらなんかジャムの方がちょっとゴミすぎて見てらんねえような感じばっかりだったんだから。No, not Tommy was so the room bad. It's not the room bad. It's the biggest problem is that it has a fantastic concept with amazing animation and really, really incredible 3D CG animation that blends so well with the 2D style animation. It's just the humor and the characters are bland, and the humor and the story is just so terribly written. It doesn't live up to the expectations or follow along with the high quality of its presentation. That's basically what it is.
Gabe?
So it's basically it's like, if you were to make a comparison, it's like if Adam Sandler made an anime series. Like, basically, it's a video game TV show, and Japanese. It's basically the level 5 equivalent to 8 Crazy Nights.
Oh my god.
It's basically as if 8 Crazy Nights was a TV show. It's basically that. Only less juvenile. Amazing animation, fantastic backup, good voice acting, but terrible comedy and characters, basically.
Yes.
And that's good. はい、以上です。
I think I accidentally joined the Warriors Guild.
ちょっと戦士の部族に加わってしまったんだな、今。
ということは、待ってくれ。行く前に頼みたいことがある。アイラの盾を作っている。悲しむ妻の元に戻らなくてはならない。これをアイラの元に届けてくれると嬉しいんだが。これは命令じゃない。年寄りの鍛冶屋を助ける。こっちの仕事に戻る。
Have a good night, Nate.
じゃあね、ネイトさん。見に来てくれてテリーさんの生配信を見に来てくれてありがとう。
I don't think I'm supposed to stand on this. I'm walking on lava. I don't think I'm supposed to stand on this.
Okay, if you really want that reference, Rockstar, I would highly recommend looking up literally a Viet arrangement of Gangnam Style. It's amazing. So, Gangnam Style がGangnam Style の方が絶対好きとか気に入っている人たちもきっと喜ぶ絶対喜ぶと思うんだけど。ビエとガンダムスタイルが合体された動画もあるので、ビエとガンダムスタイルというふうに検索してみるとすぐに見つかると思うので、よかったらご視聴いただければ幸いです。
私のガンダムスタイルはガンダムスタイルカイです。
ガンダムスタイル。
カイガンダムスタイル。There's a Japanese YouTube who for Gangnam Style that changes everything around. That's really funny.
Yes.
ささえのキシキのミサえ隠すがえ嫌なささみがなくるいるよ。
めっちゃ面白いこと言ってるな。
I'll have to find the video.
かなり面白そうなコネタなんだけどさ、ちょっとどういう感想になるのか、俺もどういう感想になるのか、ちょっと今植えてる感じ。
Hmm. Watashi wa nemui desu yo.
眠いんだよね。今ちょっと今何時なの？夜の11時？
11時、はい。
じゃあしばらくしたら、あともう少しで配信を終了して寝る？
うん。
どうする？寝る
ですよ。
どうする？寝ます？
Yes, I kind of want to go to sleep.
どうぞ好きな時間から配信を終了して寝るといいよ。
Yesterday didn't help. I was up till 3.
I was up late playing some Rockman Zero to celebrate the new week as well, so I get ya.
I was with my
mom.
Was
fun. That was fun though, talking about all the stuff in Yokai Watch especially.
Yeah.
But yeah. Those of you guys in the chat, if you're going into the Yokai Watch franchise, definitely play the first 2 games. And if you can, 4. 4 is really, really good. But please, if you're gonna go into Jam, at least play the game for for the environment and the gameplay. But just avoid the TV show and the movie. It's literally garbage.
Should we end the stream here?
Why not? It is your stream. You make the calls.
We've been on for 3 hours.
3時間もずっとやってたの俺たち。3時間もずっとやってたんだ。すげえ。
Yeah.
じゃあ、とりあえずまあ日本人、なんかちょっと俺みたいな日本人視聴者たちもご覧いただいてるかもしれないので、ちょっとこちらの方からこちらの方からちょっと日本語の挨拶でもちょっと日本語で挨拶、別れの挨拶をしてきてからちょっとまあまずテリーさんの方から挨拶の方だね。実況者はそっちの方なんで。You want to go ahead? Want to go ahead and make your outro? Runner up the stream?
Good night, everybody. Ohayo gozaimasu. I shall be in the bed.
おはようございます。いや、こちらの方はもう午後ですよ。まあ、あっちの方はもう夜だよ。
I know that Ohio is good morning, so I figured I would say Ohio to the people in Japan and good night to most
ありがとう。
Ah.
ありがとう、ありがとう。こちらの視聴者もきっと喜ぶよ。
Good night. I should probably take off.